Hey everyone, welcome back to Eat Well, Live Well with Susan
and Nancy.
And guess what? We're on episode number 5.
Yay!
Exciting! We made it. 5 episodes already.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I can't help it. I'm gonna say yay in every episode.
And I say
Because we're excited. We're excited
Yes.
to be here. I'm
Yes.
like, yay, the food tastes great, everything is
Absolutely.
wonderful. Yeah.
Yes. So today you're going to give us another hint to some like benefits or ways to keep our energy up.
Yes, so we are rounding out our series, Eating for Awesome Energy. If you are just tuning in, be sure to go back and listen from episode 1. All of our videos are very short. It will not take you a lot of time, but we go through each one and we explain what Eating for Awesome Energy is, what it means, the benefits if you're doing that, the pitfalls if you're not, for your health. So we just want to continue on that. So today, I just want to go over here. I wanted to talk about kind of some of the worst offenders for disrupting your blood sugar. Blood sugar really is, having a balanced blood sugar really is one of the keys to ultimate health. So this might not surprise you, this list, but I'm gonna tell you what it is anyway. Ready?
Okay, I'm ready for these offenders.
All right, these are the foods that are really gonna send your blood sugar soaring. Juice, muffins, donuts, white bread, cookies, bagels, honey, jam, corn syrup, cake, white rice, crackers, rice cakes, which most people probably don't think that. They think that, oh, it's super healthy. Dried fruit. Okay, everybody can do a collective sigh. Alcohol, soda, ice cream, milk chocolate, and candy. I don't think anybody listening is going to be surprised by that list.
No, I don't think so either. A lot of them are very high in sugar.
Yeah. Very high in sugar, lots of other preservatives and things like that. Right, and that sugar just goes, spikes your blood sugar right up. And so the foods that we are sharing, they're designed to balance your blood sugar, having a combination of some protein, fats, carbs, and you might like every once in a while, like you can have these foods. It's not like...
Right. You don't have to deprive yourself of everything, but just choose wisely and not every day.
Yeah.
Now, I want to ask you a question. Balancing your blood sugar helps you not have those sinking moments?
Yeah, those crazy spikes, That is, when I work with my clients, you probably hear it too, a lot of things, oh, my energy, and I get that 3 p.m. crash. And for many of us, we're in our 60s.
Yes.
So we grew up like either don't eat, or eat the bagel all day, and your coffee, like that's it. So you're starting your day with all this processed sugar like going into your system, and then you crash. What we know now is really making sure that you start your morning with this balance, with a good high protein breakfast, and having a balance of the carbohydrates and the fats with that.
Perfect. Yeah. I love that. Thank you for that information. So today, Nancy, we're going to make quinoa burgers, bean burgers it is, okay?
Yes.
So look at the beautiful ingredients here. Nancy, our first ingredient is quinoa.
Yeah.
So you want to prepare this ahead of time, all right? So you just take your quinoa, rinse it, put it in your pot, boil it, let it cook the recommended time on the package. So tell us about some quinoa.
Yeah, so first I just want to, it's not a joke really, but we always would say, if you can't pronounce it, don't eat it, unless it's quinoa. because when you first see it, you're like, how do I say that?
Right.
But quinoa is really wonderful. It's great for everybody, but specifically if you're following a full plant-based diet, that's a great source of protein, and it contains all essential amino acids. So it makes it a complete plant protein. Also very high in fiber, which is great for balancing your blood sugar, and it's high in magnesium for muscle relaxation and bone health.
All right. So we're going to move on to our next ingredient. sweet potatoes. I love sweet potatoes.
I love sweet potatoes.
Do you? And these are shredded in this recipe because remember, we're going to be forming and making a burger. So what's a benefit of a sweet potato?
It's very rich in antioxidants, vitamins A and C. It's also an anti-inflammatory, and it is low on the glycemic index, which is what we talked about in one of our earlier episodes.
Yes, and we also have added our garlic already, fresh garlic, and our oregano and our purple onions here. And to that, I'm gonna add the tamari. Tell us about tamari.
That's a fermented sauce, and it's made from soybeans, usually the byproduct of a miso.
That's great
So
flavor.
we'll say there's like evidence that indicates that fermented foods can help improve insulin sensitivity and balance those blood sugar levels.
Is there a certain type that you would suggest buying?
Organic.
Organic.
Yeah.
That's
Anything
it.
when it comes to soy, well, I mean, we talked about this in one of our earlier episodes too.
Yes, we did.
The Clean 15 and the Dirty Dozen, the things that you definitely want to buy organic, but that was with produce. I am gonna say, I eat a ton of tofu, I eat a ton of soy. I try to buy organic across the board with that and non-GMO.
Perfect.
Yeah.
We'll say next we're gonna make our paste that we will be adding to this to help form it and hold it together. So you're gonna start out with some lima beans. Tell us about, we were kind of shocked on some of the things with lima beans, right?
Yeah.
So tell us.
Lima beans have manganese, which is great for brain development. Also a very good antioxidant for your system. So most people, I very rarely go anywhere and I see somebody having lima beans.
I know, right?
Yeah, they're one of the forgotten beans. But they taste delicious in here. They do have good minerals. They are good for you. So experiment, add them in.
Yeah. My grandmother used to grow lima beans all the time. And there's nothing like a fresh bean, kind of like we were talking about fresh basil.
Yes.
So then I'm gonna add in the olive oil. We've talked several times about a healthy fat being the olive oil. And then with that, we're gonna add our lemon juice.
Always a good zest. Lemon juice always just kind of spikes up the flavor of anything.
And then I'm going to put it in my food processor and I'm gonna blend it until it's in a paste consistency. Now we have our paste.
Yay!
So we're gonna add the paste to the quinoa and the sweet potato and the other herbs that we have in there. We're gonna mix those together really well. And I'm gonna tell y'all, we're gonna get our hands in this in a minute, okay? We're
doing it.
Nancy can't wait.
I actually love it. I do. We were talking about this the other day, and when it comes to like massaging kale or getting in and mixing in your salads or mixing in things like that, there is a connection that happens to your food. And it honestly, it just feels good. It feels right. Like we are designed to eat plant-based whole foods. And when you get your hands in there and you play around, you feel it.
It's kind of like digging in the dirt. You know, when you go out and dig in your garden or just, even as a little kid, it was so rewarding.
It's grounding.
Grounding,
What
yes.
it is, yes.
Okay, and now we have our chia paste. So all it is chia seeds and water, and you let it sit, and it forms into this nice gooey paste. We're using chia seeds instead of eggs as the binder. So tell us about chia seeds, man.
Yeah, so chia seeds, another great healthy fat to add into your diet. I am gonna, when we did the test run on this, and I was making it, culinary tip, make sure you grind the chia seeds. I did not grind the first batch, and I'm like, is this just like a big gel? It did not work. So make sure you grind the chia seeds. And I'm gonna say something else too. The benefit, one of the benefits of these plant-based meals, whether in baking or doing something like this and having the chia paste instead of egg, you know what it is?
No.
You can just eat it.
You can just eat it because there's no baking. You don't have to cook it.
Well,
there's nothing wrong.
There's nothing wrong.
Nothing wrong.
And you can literally just, because I was taste testing and I'm like, this actually tastes really good
Oh, did you?
by itself.
Oh, my
And
goodness.
so, you know, if you just wanted to cut out the whole cooking step, you could.
Okay, so here we have our almond flour, which you can make your own by grinding up almonds. And we also have baking powder and a little bit of salt.
Yes.
So we're about to do this.
Yes. And almond powder, again, has got some good protein and fiber to it.
Yes. And then your baking powder helps again as a binder.
Yeah.
Okay.
If for any reason when you're doing this, you feel like it's a little, one or two, right? If it's a little
Yeah.
too thick,
A little too dry.
you can add a little more olive oil if you want, a little water, even maybe a little vegetable broth, just something in there if you want to do that. If it's a little too runny, then you could add more chia paste or
the
almond flour.
Almond flour,
Yeah.
yeah. This feels really good. It's just a little tacky,
Yeah.
you know, so you want, that's what you want. And we're just gonna make sure that we're all blended together. Nancy, you wanna blend it a couple of times? I know you're dying to get your hands in there.
She knows I am.
Yeah, I'm just gonna grab a little handful and you go ahead and I'm gonna start forming a patty here.
Now we are obviously not wearing gloves.
But we washed our
But we
hands.
washed our hands. If you're cooking for other people, you may want to wear some gloves, you know, or don't tell them. No.
Yeah. Just wash your hands. Me,
Look how beautiful those
Those
are.
are gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Oh, yours is a little fatter than mine.
I can flatten it.
Okay. No, yours looks beautiful. Very beautiful. And then
Ta-da! Little, you can make them more even too,
Yes.
you know.
and you could even make them smaller if you want to make it like a slider.
Yeah, little sliders.
You could do that too. All right, so we're gonna pop these in the oven.
So yeah, so however you want to make them, like Susan was saying, into sliders, and make them bigger, make them smaller. They just, again, they are a great all-around source of those proteins, fats, and carbohydrates. Another thing, if you want to ramp up the protein in these, you could actually crumble up some tempeh and put it in there.
Great
and-
tip.
yeah, and so that would ramp up the protein if you wanted to toss in lentils. Like, just again, we're always saying get creative. Think of what you need. Think of where you're specific, if you follow anything with macronutrients, where that lands, and adjust accordingly. And if you do, also if you make any of these recipes, be sure to let us know, tag us. We would love to
post
hear from
them.
you. And
Look how beautiful. And what we did is we put our cauliflower couscous underneath it.
Yes.
And so it's just gorgeous. Look at that.
That's
to me, that
beautiful.
just like, it's so inviting to eat because there's so much color. And then when we taste it, it's going to be so flavorful.
yes, and if you're like, what's the cauliflower couscous? That means you haven't watched episode 4.
That's right. So go back and watch episode 4.
Yes. So enjoy,
Enjoy.
and remember all the notes and everything are below, and let us know if you try this.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye-bye.